Ladies and gentlemen, Madame de Monsieur, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the exciting installment of Vampire the Requiem. Requiem for London. This evening's scene takes place in Camden Town in a large big top tent that is not a cheerful colour. No. It's a black and purple colour with long green carpet that extends out onto the green grass. Outside, you see a number of torches burning because this, ladies and gentlemen, Madame de Monsieur, is the Cirque du Macabre. Tonight, however, they're not hosting a performance. No. Tonight, they're hosting the very luminaries of Cainite society here in order to bid for their very lives because terror's gnawing at their heels and the devil's at the door. And what do you do when the devil's at the door? Well, you make a deal with God. He'll boot the devil off your door. That's how God works. So, with that in mind, Joshua is standing in the center of the ring, the large circular ring. The ring itself actually doesn't have sand on it, not at all. No. It appears to be a large etching of a large, almost transmutation circle. Clearly very stylized and done in laminate, so it's not scuffed, but it adds to the general pallor of mystique and oddity that is present within the circus. The circus itself is designed to throw light and sound, so that there are very deep shadows that can be moved very easily with lighting effects. It's a place, as I say, for children to be amused, laugh, and clap their hands, but tonight it's all more sinister. I'll let Izzy do her introduction, because Izzy's a person, I guess.
Really gonna make me follow that?
Yes.
So she's just kind of there because she's there. She's very dressed down. She's not usually when she kind of makes an effort when she's with when she goes to Elysium, but she's really just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. And it's mostly just making sure that the animals that are around are not bothering anyone or bothered by the kindred.
I'm gonna roll a chance die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm on the wrong. There we go.
Did you roll it in sales at midnight again?
No, I don't think I have. I've only done that once. Okay. You don't have too much issue with the animals. Most of them aren't really that close to where the event's happening anyway, but that's taken care of in advance. But there is you do suffer one incident where a kindred walks in, and as soon as they do, all of the animals in the area start losing their fucking minds.
Bro, get the fuck out.
Are you kicking that guy out?
Who's that guy? Do I know this guy?
1 second. Actually, second. Let me get them up for you.
Hey, is Bridget or Bridget's mom here?
You are not using my auction to flirt with people.
I'm just curious.
Yes. Bridget's mom is absolutely here.
Damn it, is Bridget here?
Oh god, you're making me bring up a whole new thing. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to. I was just curious because I kind of ghosted her when I thought I was about to die.
Oh, what? Wow.
I thought I was about to get
She's
eaten by
gonna
the Strix. I'm not going to bring like some girl into this that I'm not supposed to even be talking to anyway.
That actually shows that your character is a halfway decent person. Excellent.
I know, that's been my problem from the beginning, is being a halfway decent person.
Well,
literally all my problems stem back to being a halfway decent person.
I just should have chosen to be a shipbag. It would have been so much more smooth sailing.
Right? Could be auctioning off a bag of swag right now.
Don't worry, I'll give Evan his.
Yeah. Could probably be living in a mansion just dominating the shit out of the upper 10,000.
Look at all this stuff. We put bombs in your swag.
Not the swag.
Yeah.
the record, before
Roger
we,
and Eileen
before
are
we
absolutely here.
I was
For
gonna
the
say, before-
record, Joshua, if you look upon the person with Miss Spillane, she does not register as a kindred. She has no
Interesting.
predatory aura, but she's with her.
Interesting. That is some nice burn marks on that woman's back. Those are some good burn marks.
It's not a burn mark. It's
So what
just
that
because of
is?
the coloring. It's a dress.
Oh, that does not look like it. That looks like a burn mark.
It's not like a burn mark at all. Yeah, to be fair, like it's zoomed out, so it is quite difficult to tell because it's zoomed out. Yeah. No, okay. Who was the person causing animal issues?
Is it about to get punched?
I mean, I might get punched.
Unless it's like the prince, they're about to get punched.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're not punching people.
They need to stay away from my Don't make the animals freak out. You want hippos, you can't let vampires close to hippos.
It's fine. Raoul knows a guy. By the way, Bishop, this downtime, I'm taking a contact just named Raoul. You know why?
Why? Why?
Because Juan was already taken.
Because it's funny. Because it's real funny.
No, it's okay, just because it's funny, it is it is this person.
Ooh, who's that?
Oh, well, more intelligence politics.
Did I ever take that? I probably didn't because I'm a dumbass.
These are dice.
I actually
will roll.
have a dot of it. It's shocking.
It's like useful for knowing like who people are and who to go talk
Every
to.
time I have to
them.
roll politics, I'm like, man, I wish I'd taken a point of politics.
Bishop, since my Discord's being funky whenever I go on a fucking StreamYard, can you just roll me 4 dice, please, to know who this person is?
Oh yeah, I'll just do it right now.
Thank you. Yeah, no, because for some reason, it lags the fuck out of Discord, or it lags the fuck out of StreamYard, does Discord.
Actually, I'm just going to change this real quick because she's not alone. Funnily enough.
God damn it. I'm just gonna fail this roll because like I think it's kind of funny to have no idea who this person is and yell at them for fucking with my animals.
Okay. So let me just find them again.
And then it turns out that it's the Princess Vitae pre-tester, just testing that the people haven't been laced with poison or some shit.
Oh no, it's far worse than that.
Oh shit, are you actually tinting the photos to make everything vaguely red? That's been bothering me for a really long time.
Oh, you have realized that. Oh no, he's onto us.
I had not been paying it until one of them popped up without the tinting, and I was like, has that suddenly become slightly more ruddy? Okay. God damn it!
You're making everything edgier. Everything's now 20% edgier.
Yes, everything is now edgier.
It's World of Darkness, people. Of course it's edgy.
Yeah, I have an obligation as a storyteller to maximize.
It's Requiem. Requiem's like
Yeah.
hot topic edgy.
Yeah.
See, look, Anthony, we now have a Farthingdale.
We have a clown
Oh,
for our
good.
clown
Farthingale's here.
Yay, my favorite part of the show.
Hey, Isabel, roll Soul Plus
To
computer.
give you a brief rundown, Anthony. Basically, we're doing a small in-character auction to sell off protection against the Super Devil.
Oh, for God's sake, not another one!
Isabella, did you roll a 1 on a chance die?
Probably.
Okay, so
Sure did. Actually, you
So-
know what? I need to get rid of my my shaken condition, so I'm gonna take out my aggression by just yelling at these people, no matter who the fuck they are, and having no idea who they are.
you
so
you already
that's how-
rolled, damn it! You already rolled.
Well, I know, but I thought that's the. Oh, does it, if I'm taking a if I take a botch, I don't roll.
Shaken and tempted, right?
Well, no, a shaken is just a standard failure, but you already rolled, and a run on a chance star is a dramatic failure.
Oh,
So,
well, isn't that the same difference then?
you know what? We'll resolve. Actually, we'll call it dramatic failure. We'll resolve the shaken condition, and you can gain 2 beats off this. This is going to be remarkably entertaining.
I'm going to apologize ahead of time for whatever happens because I feel like anytime anything happens, I need to apologize ahead of time for it.
Yeah.
Okay, apology accepted.
So yeah, this lady walks in with a young-looking Asian punk who just kind of follows behind her. Not as if he's subservient, but just because that's just where he is. He's just lagging behind, and the animals start, kind of losing their mind. They all start shuffling away from the woman. They start getting very aggressive or unfriendly. They get very loud. Causes a noticeable stir. A lot of people kind of look at the animals with confusion and then start to ask questions as to why they're here at all. A couple of kindred are helpful and actually try to use their powers over animalism to calm them down, but more people are confused than anything else.
Is it obvious that it's these two that are causing it?
At least one of them is.
Okay.
And you think that, I mean, based on their attire, you think there's some run-of-the-mill fucking Carthians.
Yo, you
By
two
the
need to
way,
get out of here
Bishop.
right now.
Does anyone
Bishop, sorry,
hear the
what was the
breaking?
result
I
on-
hear the masquerade.
Bishop, what was the actual?
Yeah, let me PM you.
Because I've got a theory about who she. I've got a theory about who she is.
There you go. I PM'd you it in on Discord.
I beg your pardon?
I PM'd you the results of your roll on Discord.
Oh, I can't get on my Discord because it crashes my StreamYard when I
Okay.
host it.
I will. I'll just PM you on.
You can just
Facebook.
tell me, it's fine. Oh, you could just tell me, Bishop.
No.
I thought that was who she is.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
Joshua's eyebrow quirks as he says, interesting. I'm sure that I don't know why. My apologies. But why is it that your presence is so adversely affecting my animals?
just a thing that happens.
You guys need to get out now.
He'll actually put a hand
me.
on the back of Isabella's. He'll put a hand on the back of Isabella's neck, and he's just kind of like he's not like forcing it. He just strokes it, and he says, "Allow me to introduce you to the head of the Guillotine Society from the Carthian movement, and I believe her young childer."
Great. They need to get out of here.
Verb's eyes just sort of glint at sort of glint towards Isabella, and just gonna say, I think you should rein in your friend.
Bishop,
Yep.
as it's a fair assumption that Farthingdale is spending most of his time obfuscated, can any of these people see through Obfuscate 3?
They don't appear to have noticed you.
Okay. And there's two of them, yes?
Mm-hmm.
just going to lean forward, so so my head is just in between their faces, and just say quietly, "Guillotining? Are they volunteers?"
Very calmly, Joshua will do the following. He reaches into his pocket and he takes out a coin, just like a pound coin, Bishop. He then flicks it, because does speaking break your obfuscate, Anthony? I don't know if
Nope.
it does.
No.
Nope.
He will-
bear in mind,
sorry, in that
I
case,
can
he will
attack
say-
one. I can attack one of these people, and only the one I'm attacking will be able to see me.
However, when you
Wow,
say that,
I love-
do need you to roll me a predatory aura contest.
Yep.
So what happens is, but Crow looks around. Verve's eyes widen. You see her fangs extend, and you all feel her predatory aura intensify rapidly. She's going to lash out at the obfuscated kindred.
Righty up.
You can pick whatever. You pick a power attribute, so it's either intelligence, strength, or presence.
Give me a second to actually get up my things, because
I love how me making this public is now biting me in the ass. GG me.
yeah. Bishop, what's the forum we're now forced to use?
Pardon?
It's at DiceBot, roll the
Oh.
number of dice.
I don't-
At dice cord,
Uh,
and then you just roll the number of dice you have. It's
I,
basically
I,
a
act-
power.
I actually wanted to know the forum name so I could find, in case there's anything on my sheet I should notice. But okay.
Oh, one sec. I'll just get it up for you.
Let's see. Presence, intelligence, or what was the other one?
It's presence, intelligence, or strength, and then it's plus your blood potency, and that's your roll.
Okay, I'll go for presence plus blood potency. So I'm only rolling 4 dice, but
Okay.
I'm probably going to fail this one, but that's fine. I was somewhat expecting this. That's called
I have nothing else. You spooked her, which isn't common.
one success.
Okay.
I suspect
all
I'm
right.
about to fail a contested roll, but there you go.
So what happens is, all of you feel her beast leap out of its skin, partly in surprise and shock and fear, even. It appears what Mr. Farthingale his little his introduction was effective. However, Verve's response is incredibly retaliatory, and the beast immediately lashes out, swiping at the concealed beast of Farthingale, and shattering his obfuscate.
Okay, when it shatters, big grin. Because he was smiling when you said it. Huge grin.
Yes. A grin that's extremely large, in fact. As you gain the bestial condition, it will resolve within 4 nights.
Okay, in that case, you just slowly turn to look at her. Temper. Never losing the grin.
My apologies for my associates. However, my question still stands, if you'd be so kind. Why is it that my animals are so upset?
Can we have this conversation outside before there's a stampede?
What is this, a fucking interrogation? I don't know, and I don't care.
Cool, then
Look.
get out.
Isabella, shut up. And if necessary, he'll lash out at the beast at her.
Aww.
No, his response is very curt. It's just, Isabella, shut up. And Joshua's never, even through all the stupid, I don't think he's ever told you to just shut up.
I've never given her an order.
Yeah. He doesn't, as I said, he was stroking the back of her neck. He doesn't tighten his grip. And he just says, look, myself and the Carthians have had a bit of a tense relationship. I want to extend a hand. So you're right. The animals can be calmed down. As a matter of fact, I assume, Bishop, if there are kindred currently calming them down, they're calming down.
To an extent, your child is actually there and trying to calm them. She's partially successful. She's at least able to get them to not get violent and not cause concern among the guests, but they're still clearly unsettled, and some of them are still making noises. There's quite a lot of animals for her to sort of communicate with here and sort of settle. So she's having a bit of a tough time.
I'm gonna look at Joshua. I'm just gonna say, okay, then you get him out of here. I'm gonna go deal with this before we need to build a new barn, and then I'm just gonna walk away and help. Also try to calm down the animals.
I tell you what. Once again, we've gotten off on a bit of a wrong foot, so we're gonna just mediate this. So why don't you go and sit on the far end over there? As a matter of fact, if you'd like, I will seat the Carthian delegation over there. So you will be as far away from the animals as possible. We will mitigate and we'll move on. We can be reasonable, yeah?
Well, I don't really care about the animals, to be honest. This is the norm. I'm surprised there are any animals here. This isn't exactly uncommon among us.
It's a fucking circus. Just yelling as she's walking away.
This is also where I do
that bitch or punch her in the face.
You'll do
sorry,
no
I
such thing, Carthian man. Or
It's a woman.
lady, I can't tell. You look the same either way. Never losing the grin. He's doing it, sing-song voice, head tilting side to side with every word. Never losing the grin.
both of you. He points at both of them, and he stands up to his full height. Like Joshua doesn't do intim. He says, "I tell you what, I've got a lot of business to do. So later on, you two can either fight each other or fuck, and I don't care which. Can we just move on with life?"
Can I get that in writing?
Yes.
Verve just cracks her knuckles.
Okay, that's it, Bishop. Bishop,
No,
sorry,
Anthony.
I'm nightmaring her.
Anthony. No, you're not. I will actually enter initiative to stop you. Can we just
Wait a
stop?
second.
She's trying to intimidate us in our own turf.
Yeah, and Isabella and Izzy just said she wants to fight her.
I feel I should also point out bestial -2 dice penalty on all rolls to resist frenzy or physical impulse.
This is true.
Under the terms of that condition, it is reasonable that I would be more likely to react violently rather than just going boo.
Yes. This makes perfect sense, and you would definitely feel compelled to react disproportionately. That is definitely what Bestial does to people.
So I'm going to basically try and make her back the fuck down with Nightmare. Because this is our fucking turf.
That's actually fair. Yeah, no, the more I think about that. Yeah, you got to roll your godlike intimidation.
Like I was walking away, like I was fine walking away. She kept talking shit.
So manipulation plus empathy plus
nightmare versus composure plus blood potency. So give me a second to actually get my stats up. So that's
which is a dice pool in your favor. I mean, you get 3 different pools to call on. And
3 plus 2 plus 1, so I'm 6 dice. This.
Sitting halfway up the stands, watching this whole theater happening.
Yeah, Marcus is just like.
Yeah, because I thought I'd just comment that since I wasn't able to intro, really.
With animalism, Marcus, you can tell the animals are really focused on this woman as opposed to the man.
I really hate New World's dice system sometimes.
Did you just fail?
No, I got 1 success. But, but I would have gotten like 3 had it been.
Then you how do you only have 4 dice with
I have 6 dice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm looking at your wrong dice. Sorry, I'm being stupid. My bad.
Why is it say 10 brackets 6?
Because it rolled a 10, then it rolled over into a 6. Because they re-roll successes.
Yeah, if you roll a 10, it rolls an additional dice for you, and that dice in brackets is basically the exploded dice.
Ah, right, but it didn't become anything. Right.
No. You're in dice roller 2. Okay.
Yeah.
You got 1 success. That is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. And And that's the thing. I would have spent willpower, but then I'd have been at 0 willpower because the willpower system in this game sucks badges.
What is your thing, though? What do you have to do to get willpower back?
My mask, because Bishop will probably know this, my mask is Jester, my dirge is Visionary.
Well, you're definitely getting 1 willpower back tonight. Okay. You lash out at her of your discipline.
Question: Do I get it's contested? Do I get any successes against hers? Because if I get any successes at all, the victim gains the frightened condition. I didn't activate Dread Presence, so I'm not the source of their fear, but they would have the frightened condition. If I fail, the fear troubles them, but don't flee.
So, Face of the Beast is it's a contested dice pool. That's why it says versus. If it's resisted, it will be you will just suffer dice penalties. A good example is Dominate, where you usually lose dice equal to somebody's resolve, but it's not contested.
Okay, so should I re-roll with their dice pool into effect?
No. So they're rolling. I'm
pool.
rolling against you, basically. She gets to roll to maintain her composure, and you get to roll to break it. So
it goes back to my question: Do I have any net successes?
No, she gets free, so she maintains her composure.
So
the fear. So basically, what happens to her is she's troubled by you. It definitely has an impact. You can feel it, but she doesn't gain a condition. She doesn't flee. She doesn't stop.
Nothing. He nods and he says, "Will you please go to your assigned seat?" Because I don't think she can tell that a discipline's been used on her. I think because bear in mind, I couldn't tell I was dominated. I think that they are very subtle.
That's part of the dominate condition. Certain disciplines can't be. Usually, if a discipline fails, you'll know. If you succeed, depending on the power imparted, it may be subtle, it may not be subtle. So Majesty and Dominate, part of the conditions they affect people with, explicitly state the individual is usually unaware at the time that they're being manipulated. That's part of the wording of the conditions they affect people with. Nightmare is not that subtle. Usually because the reaction it invokes is a lot stronger and much more negative. The Grand Illusion is quite subtle because it causes the person to believe that delusion is true. So they won't be aware that they've been manipulated because they'll honestly believe that delusion to be true until they figure out it's false. And even then, they might think it comes from a different source. But on a failed check, they're able to resist. They're still affected, but they resist. They feel the unnatural fear well up inside them. They won't necessarily be aware of the source.
All right.
But they
all right. So
they're aware it's not natural, it's not normal. And Verve looks between you two very, very darkly. She simply has her hands crossed and is sort of waiting.
yes. Bear in mind, I have no idea what just happened.
No, and only the affected party and Farthingale are aware, unless somebody's using Auspex. Then they may.
No, but like he's just like because when she has such an extreme reaction, his response is just yes. Are you quite all right?
Okay, the next time someone pulls some shit on me, I'm gonna throw hands. So please don't do it again.
Farthingale
please.
just turns to look at Joshua and just says, again, sing-song voice, I think she got a heckin' spook.
All right. I'm now going to put on you probably don't give a fuck about this, my Archon hat. That's fine. Everyone is going to be nice and calm. We're here for a purpose. I don't have all evening. So my apologies if my people have offended you in some way. He gives Fratney a look of, oh, I swear to Jesus. I swear to Vampire Jesus.
Hussein Elysium, I expect trouble, just so long as your friends understand that.
This is
They
still
might receive trouble in turn.
This is still Lankea territory. Remember that.
She smiles and stifles a laugh.
As a matter of fact, Carthian, I'll have it known. Tonight, I am extending the hand of friendship to you and yours. So let's try and be civil, shall we?
Hey, just make sure to remind your friends of that. I ain't done nothing so far.
I mean, you've
I
made it so
disagree.
that I was gonna say you've made it so my animals are on edge, and I tend to find that they're a pretty good judge of character.
You'll find a lot of kindred have that effect.
As you like. Now then, let's move the fuck on.
She walks towards wherever you'll be hosting, probably some stand.
Yep, basically she's being set the furthest end of the furthest from where the animals are.
Oh, she's gonna stand wherever she likes. Yeah, she sort of kind of walks past Farthingdale, and it's that sort of like shoulder barge, like her shoulder just brushes yours, and you're kind of taken aback a little bit, and you're like, "Ow, my shoulder, fuck!" And she's
a Deva, isn't she?
I
seem to recall we're the same clan.
Yeah, you can feel the relation of blood. It's distant, but it's there. She is of your clan. You can actually feel you can also feel the relation of the one that follows her, who hasn't said anything. He's actually he seems to be a lot calmer, a lot more observant. And he doesn't really interact with you all that much. He just kind of nods at you, Joshua, and sort of goes about his business. But he remains near Verve. Just for reference, there's a few more noteworthy kindred that are here. Some of them are recognizable to you.
Basically, we will have taken a census as they came in of people who are going to be here, so that I have a notepad to basically know who I'm selling stuff to. So it'll be X person of X person of X covenant, because I don't know all of them. I don't want to make a billion intelligence politics rolls.
You got a couple dozen kindred here, a bit less than you would have imagined, but then again, you're not the only source of protection in the city, so it makes sense.
I'm the only one who's verifiable that it works.
Head pats.
Sorry.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. You know why? My covenant didn't lose their motherfucking keepership. Sorry. On a side note, hey Izzy, I might want to put you forward for Keeper of Elysium because I think it's funny.
Fuck no.
Make Farthingdale a keeper.
That's why
See what happens.
Oh my god, yes.
Farthingdale might actually be effective, to be honest. Farthingdale would actually, I think, be a fairly effective Keeper of Elysium. I'm not going to lie. He would actually be fairly good at that job, I think.
It would be the creepiest Elysium, that's for sure.
I mean, that's Nosferatu in general, though.
All right, so Joshua strides into the center of the odd hexagrammatic symbol on the floor of the circus tent. He puts as he puts on the top hat, because yes, when he's doing this, he wears a top hat. The light from the lighting booth above just shines down on him in a single spotlight, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Madame de Monsieur, mein Damen und mein Herren, mein Frau und mein Fräulein, mein Oppen und mein Downen, etc. So wonderful to see so many faces here this evening. And you might wonder why it is you're here. Well, the answer's pretty simple. He tosses from the inside of his coat, he reaches inside and he tosses a small globe, basically, that contains pure white fire in his hand. As he does so, it of course illuminates the entire room, spreading the light for the all to see before he will quickly secure it again in a very simple black box and close the lid. For the record, I take it that when he took out the candle, no one recoiled, turned into shadow, or a Strix burst from anyone.
No.
Shame.
Shame.
Nobody responds other than maybe to Squint. A couple kids put on some shades.
Take off sunglasses.
They do. The light is bright. It covers the entire room. It's like it's like a tiny sun in a way. That's very bright. Would be blinding if the kindred were not expecting it, but you all are, so it's not that difficult for any of you to shield your eyes and simply ignore it.
So, as I'm sure you know, all of you have become aware that our city faces a threat unlike which the city has ever seen before. Rather serious, I'm sure you'll agree. With that in mind, well, I've taken it upon myself in order to learn about our enemy. So far, in my research, I've been able to ascertain that this guiding, sacred, and purifying flame, its light is anathema to our enemy. They recoil from it, and in their presence they cannot stand for long. It will free those whom are within their grasps of their possession. Now, this fire is time-consuming and possesses many foibles when it comes to its creation. So, Kindred of London, this evening I will be offering 4 such small talismans that contain the fire's light. These will last onwards and upwards for a period of time, approximately 6 months to a year, at which point I will recreate them should the need still be present. I will be selling these in a fair manner, where you will each lobby for one of the pieces of flame. That done, we will conduct our negotiations. Additionally, 2 points. 1, I have an experimental method that should, I believe, prevent the entities in question, for I would rather their names not be said here, should prevent categorically your possession via these individuals, keeping your soul free in the light of the one true God. I am willing to provide this additional service for 1 person here gathered this night. He holds up his finger for emphasis. Now, I am additionally informing those here present of 2 important facts. 1, that I will also be performing this warding of protection on a sanctum of the Lancea et Sanctum, owned and operated by the noble Bishop Castiel, whom is a light and font in this city, who is a light and font in this city that can herself banish the shadow. I will be doing this for free, so that all kindred may have a place of absolute safety. Also, as a sign of friendship between myself and the Carthian movement, the Carthians under Mr. Stainforth may nominate 1 building of their choice, and I will likewise, for free, without any reciprocity, provide it with the same protection. There will be no strings. This I swear before Almighty God.
Oh, what are you offering, Carthian? Sorry.
Oh, did I break up?
No, it's just what were you offering? Sorry. Yeah, I missed the 1/5 of that sentence. But it was the important part.
He will be offering to put the same protection, a ward against the Strix, on a building nominated by the Carthian movement and Mr. Stainforth to show his respect for him and his covenant. You remember when he said he was extending an olive branch?
Yeah, in fact, one of the diplomats for the Carthians. Oh, fuck.
Sorry about that. For some reason, my internet decided to shit a brick. To answer the question, Bishop, he said he was going to provide free of charge the warding enchantment to one building nominated by the Carthian movement, so they would also have a safe place to call haven. He's basically giving the Carthians a gigantic freebie.
Nice. Miss Morales, one of the diplomats for the Carthians, probably the diplomat for the Carthians in terms of a status. She'll simply say, "Your gesture, Miss Archon Baneforth, is both honorable and appreciated, and it will be reciprocated in kind."
I consider this an attempt to mend a bridge that perhaps never should have been damaged. For after all, if one cannot lead with the open hand and must use the fist, then we have all been diminished.
You hear some clapping from the stands. Probably a solitary clap. That'll do.
No, there is light applause from some of the kindred.
Okay, Marcus tries to outclap them.
Make me a presence expression roll. Nice one.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
So fucking gay.
I'd laugh if we got an exceptional success on clapping.
I'll be honest.
Actually,
I'll laugh more if we get the
screw it.
dramatic
I am
failure.
spending a willpower on that.
Amazing.
So there is some clapping. Marcus outclaps them like an absolute mofo.
Excellent.
Because he is texting.
Isabella started texting, and while they're clapping, she's like, "Oh my god, why the fuck are they clapping? Fucking assholes! Why am I here? Why do I work for a circus? What am I doing with my life? God, I just want to go back to Philadelphia."
I have a doctorate.
I've got a doctorate to a fucking circus. What am I doing with my life?
Wait, hang on. What's a doctorate in dots?
5, I think.
I think it's actually quite high. It's like at least 3.
Yeah,
I have
because
a 3 in
Joshua.
academics just because that's as high as I went.
Wow, Joshua also has a doctorate.
Funnily enough, like Farthingale therefore has a doctorate in intimidation.
I think it's more of a like if you went to college for a doctorate, you have a doctorate. I don't think it's necessarily like corresponding to the number of dots you have.
Right. So Joshua will say, "Okay, so I want to keep this relatively informal. So in that case, what are you people interested in providing in exchange for a vial of purifying fire?"
Many candles keep automatically closing. Isabella, our end will speak up and he'll say, would you have a starting bid?
He says, did he say, do you have a starting bid?
Yeah, do you have a starting bid? As in, like, we're going to put this at 10k or something like that.
All right, let's start with 25,000 British pounds. Or the equivalent currencies thereof.
Because, of course, we're going to be dealing in Egyptian pounds in the middle of London.
Though I will point out, we are also taking offers of items more esoteric than simple coin, but that is the opening bid.
50k.
Who's that who offered it?
This woman on my overlay right now. I believe you already know who she is because you made a politics roll for her before. It's Cynthia Gauntlet. She's an Invictus.
Okay.
A fairly respected one within the, well, a very respected one within the city hierarchy, although she's just a neonate.
£50,000. Any advances? For the record, we will be doing this in a sliding bid. So just because you do not have the highest bid, there were 4 items on the table. That means that the 4 highest options will be taken.
Ryan pipes up again. He'll go 60,000. And then Sophia rolls her eyes in just general disdain. And she'll go about 100,000.
Actually, Bishop, you know what? Fuck it. Let's push these people. Let me ask you a question. I have in my life done some pretty heinous things because it was the will of God. That's what Crusaders do. We're the ones who put lupines down. We're the ones who drag ghosts kicking and screaming out of kids. Do you have any idea what it's like to be puppeted? What it's like? For the record, the way he's gonna phrase this, he's not trying to intimidate them. I'm gonna do this as an expression role, basically, to kind of, I'm gonna do it as a showmanship role to basically kind of lead them to the point of how terrifying this is, if you get me. Do you have any? Actually, hey Farthingdale, do you want to back me up in this by making the shadows do weird shit behind me, or like I don't know, do Farthingdale things?
I can't do dread presence on another person, I don't think. Which is a shame. Or can I? Give me a moment. No.
I want to see if he can do that because this could lead to a horrible misunderstanding.
Yeah.
The simple fact of the matter is that
Bishop, I think because I can make brief illusions as a reflective action, I am just going to make like little flickering images and things appear around him and in various places around the room to give the impression of being constantly watched, as if to try and reinforce the "you'll never be alone." The Strix are always present in every shadow. That's
you want to use dread presence to sort of give this sort of subtle sense of paranoia.
Yeah, in fact, I have an idea, Bishop. Dread presence is an aura, but they don't necessarily have to see me to sense it.
They sort of subconsciously register you as the cause of your fear, so. I'd say, you don't have to be seen. It's subconscious, so and that's what Obfuscate does. You exist in people's subconscious; they don't recognize you.
In that case, I was going to say basically, Anthony, what you do
I was going to use Obfuscate 1 and Dread Presence, and basically stand immediately behind Joshua. So it seems like lurking behind him, there's something horrible. That he's standing, blocking something horrible.
Okay, I have to butt in here. very quietly, Marcus will try to sneak, basically get at the bottom of the stands and sneak around behind Joshua, because he is misinterpreting this as the Strix are trying to attack him from behind.
That's fine.
And he has the sword with him. That's the whole reason he's come in the first place.
Oh my god, okay.
So yeah,
These suckles.
so yeah, there's one guy like sneaking behind Joshua with a sword, and there's an invisible Farthingale going ooga booga booga behind.
But so basically, Bishop, the expression role is pretty much him telling a story about how terrible this truly is. How terrible. He's basically telling us, yeah, you know what, he'll do it. I was in Glasgow once, a long time ago now, and there was a girl. Now, this wasn't the thing that we're fighting. This was something that was not nearly as powerful. It rent her skin. It tore it up. It caused her to bleed from the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Her fingernails, long, rent and torn. And so it was that she unmade herself by her own hands, her mouth, her very being, until we pulled, kicking and screaming, that thing out of her. And that wasn't what we're facing, ladies and gentlemen. That was much weaker, more inconsequential than what it is that hunts the night. So I'd ask my friends, what is it that you're willing to pay so that you don't wake up to find them looming over you, the walls as black as pitch? Can I make my roll?
Yeah, I'm going to say make your roll against the person with the highest amount of resolve in the room, which is going to be -4. Charisma
I didn't
plus
quite hear you,
expression.
Bishop.
On the deck sneaking.
As presence plus expression plus any bonuses you might have, like striking looks. Not your fame, though, because you're famous amongst mortals, not kindred.
Does he get any bonuses for
I was gonna
ooga
say,
booga booga
these-
going on behind him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can be all creepy. Ah, yes. You're using dread presence, aren't you? So
Yeah. I'm using obfuscate and dread presence to try and make it, again, as I said, make it seem like there's something spooky directly behind him, as if Joshua, like the impression I'm trying to give in their minds is Joshua is the thing holding back this on-scene terror.
Okay, yeah, presence. Actually, I'm going to say presence plus intimidation plus Farthingale's nightmare rating,
which is 2.
Plus your city status. You Evan?
Yeah, I'm just doing so. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that Farthingale had to make a roll. Does he not have to make a roll?
Dread
No,
presence
dread
activates.
presence doesn't require a roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I rolling, Bishop?
It's your presence plus your intimidation plus Farthingale's nightmare rating.
Plus city presence, you said.
Oh, I was
Plus
trying.
city status.
I was going to say I was trying to roll it with it. He wasn't actually trying to intimidate them as much as he was trying to tell a good story with expression.
Well, Farthingale's making you creepy. To be fair, it'll be more effective because the effect is supernatural.
And this
All
is
right.
what you get for hanging around with the creepy clown.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you are.
So what is Farthingale's nightmare rating?
2.
So you add 2.
Okay,
dice.
so give me 2 seconds. In that case, because I'm going to try and open my own Discord because I prefer to roll this myself. There's going to be a willpower in here. By God, there is.
One day I will get better at nightmare, and then next time we do this, you'll have an even higher dice pool.
Hooray.
Also, I think I'll need to go feeding after this scene.
Hmm. Oh, I need to roll for you. Yeah, that's right.
That is 2 successes, Bishop.
Okay, 2
Oh
successes.
shit! I rolled in the miscreant.
It's fine. So not exceptional, but the effect is more pronounced than if you were to just be telling a story on your own. You can actually sense the fear as well. You can you feel somewhat uneasy telling your own story. There's a sense of there is a sense of realness to it. And the room feels a little bit dimmer, even around the light. Yeah, people feel very pressed.
I believe the bed is currently. He'll actually take out the orb again of light and just flicks it up and down in his hands. I believe the bid is currently £100,000 to feel safe again.
I have to admit, I would laugh if you dropped it.
Our end will go 150. Twitch Miss Gauntlet goes 500k.
Oh! Izzy, that's a new hippo! I'll inform Jose immediately!
You're very welcome!
She'll offer 500k for the next one as well.
She wants to buy 2 of them.
She wants to buy 2 for 500k.
Who does she work for?
The card
Invictus.
Invictus.
All right. I do. In that case, you've bought. In that case, does anyone else have any other offers? Because 2 have just practically been sold. As I said, I'm not just accepting money.
Oh god, here we go. Ugh.
Have the creepy shadows stopped?
Yeah. Yes.
No, well, yes, actually, illusions only last a few seconds, but the sense of unease is still there.
Yeah,
So Isabel is still back by
Right.
the animals. Like, she never sat down. She's still kind of like backstage area, trying to keep these fuckers away from the animals.
Okay, Marcus slinks back to his place because whatever it was, it has disappeared. Resheathing.
I believe the Carthians are about to. I was going to say, I believe the Carthians are about to speak up.
The man next to Verve just says, I'll teach you how to render kindred of your fists.
You'll teach them how to what?
I'll teach you how to render kindred of your fists.
Is that like an offer to learn potence?
It's an offer to teach a devotion.
Ooh.
To teach him what, sir?
A devotion.
Ooh. He'll look at her and he'll say, I'll make you a deal. I'll accept that. How does one word this? Yeah. Bishop, what's the special I'm a friend of the Carthian movement advantage?
Casual user.
Beg your pardon?
It's called casual user.
Casual user, as in like a casual drug user. Okay.
Jesus
The
fucking
Carthians
Christ,
are
game.
the Carthians are cocaine, apparently.
Carthians are a hell of a drug, apparently.
Apparently.
So good. All of the other ones are great as well.
I'll make you. He'll say he'll nod and he'll say, I tell you what, I'll do you a different deal. I'll give you personally 2 for the price of 1. I'll make an additional one. This is going to cost me an awful lot of effort and will. 1 for you, and he points to her child, and 1 for your childer. And in exchange, all I ask...
Sorry, it was the child that made the offer, not Verve.
I thought it was Verve.
No.
No, and he'll look at... all right, and 1 for you, and 1 for your sire. And all I want is to be known as a friend of the guillotines. A simple declaration of friendship. A simple declaration of... and to be taught the devotion. A simple declaration of friendship, and you get 2.
And stay away from my animals.
We're a hell of a peanut gallery, aren't we?
She just cracks their knuckles when Isabella speaks again. Well, it looks like he's about to make the deal, but Verve actually stops him and says, "You still have Thaddeus." I can't make that deal.
You know something?
Still have Thaddeus.
He looks at her, and Joshua's about to say something that he said privately, but he's never said publicly. He says, look, ultimately, yeah. Actually, Thaddeus is not a term he knows, is it?
No, I don't think so.
I take it that Thaddeus is some kind of term because I'm an Archon, right?
She narrows her eyes. You took one of our own. Until he's back, you ain't our friend. No deal will ever change that.
You have my word. I didn't take him.
Sorry.
Bishop.
No, interestingly enough, Joshua's technically not lying.
But Bishop.
I mean, you did take him, though, and you handed him off to the Archbishop.
Yeah, you definitely did.
You definitely took him. There's no leeway there. You put the
Isabel's going back into the bars.
I can't.
He's the massive eye rolling.
I guarantee I could talk my way around that, but I don't need people screaming in my ears.
Yeah.
Bishop. So he'll
just want to clarify this. You know from the shadows, right? Do you remember when we all went into the Carthian territory and Farthingdale did the whole spear joust thing? From the shadows, you're just going to hear do 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 do.
She's on an armrest. The armrest.
All right,
you
then.
can literally see her hands just kind of casually dig into the armrest. The whole thing splinters and just falls off the side. She gets up.
All right, then. 1 in exchange for being taught what you've offered. That's the deal, and that's the deal struck. So, I have 1 last vial of fire for sale before we move on to the big enchilada. Who here wants the last one?
There's an offer of 100k.
I suppose 1.1 million's not bad for a night's work. All right, you have the last bauble.
He's going to be contested because she goes straight back up to 1 million again.
Oh my god, yes!
2 million in a night.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, by the way, did you give the Carthians one? I think you did you? You just gave
No, he said that he would ward. He said he would ward 1 building of the Carthians' choosing. For free.
Yeah, but he hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't. He didn't give the lanterns to.
No, he hasn't given them out physically yet.
No, but the Invictus won the last 2 bids, didn't they? Because
Yes, they did.
Yes.
No, the Invictus won 2, and the Carthian, well, the Guillotine Boy won the 3rd with offering to teach him a devotion.
Okay, yeah. In which case, Morales will speak up and will say, on behalf of the Order Dracul, 2 million. Just smiles and just smiles.
Izzy and Rog, I'm getting a new to Izzy and Rog.
Oh, this is getting
I was going to say,
excellent.
I just love the image of Farthing just appearing behind him just to mop his brow as he's literally salivating at the thought of $3 million.
Fuck that! You can like Frothingnose just dropping the obfuscate, doing a dance.
But yes, is there any contesting?
Would anyone like to? I'm okay. I'm composed. I'm an adult. 2 million. Anyone else want to try and upstage the Ordo Dracul?
Come on.
No?
Come on, 2.5. Come on.
Come on.
Maybe. No. There are no further bids. No one seems to be really hitting in that ballpark. You see Eileen Spillane consider it. Hey, baby.
All right.
Actually, wait. Is the mother anywhere near Bridget's phone right now?
Oh, no.
This is
She's kind of
important.
wandered off and it's like secretly texting. Eileen seems to be preoccupied with the straight up dread presence behind Joshua. So,
All right. In that case, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the last item. The experimental protections against your own conscious mind being invaded by these demons. I am as certain as I can physically be as to the protection I offer, that it will keep you safe even in these entities' presences. Your minds unclouded. Now, what can I... You know what? We're going to do the full ham. What can I offer? No, what price do you place on salvation?
I'll provide you a book called Going Forth by Night.
Wait a
Bishop, who the
Wait
fuck
a
is
fuck.
that?
I have no idea who that is.
Going forth by night, Bishop.
Yeah.
Thou art a hack, sir. Thou art a hack.
I
More valuable than any of
wait.
the coin.
Wait, Going Forth by Night, as in the Followers of Set book.
Yes,
Yes.
that's their magic spell book. Hence my yelling, "Thou art a hack."
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
The Setites exist in this world?
No.
Yes.
What?
Really?
There is a blood cult called the Followers of Set that can perform blood sorcery.
Well,
Why
Peyton
am I
Boone
only
took me
hearing about this
sideways.
now?
I'm calling shenanigans, Bishop. I'm calling shenanigans.
She has the watchet, by the way. And
Hang on, as in she has the tattoo.
yes, it's on her overlay.
But, okay, hang on, Bishop. What should we know about this thingy mabob and how much do Bishop? Okay, how much do I want this book?
Oh fuck knows, it's obscure as fuck. This is probably the first time I've ever heard of
Bishop,
it. to be
I'm going to
honest.
make an intercult roll if you don't mind.
Okay.
Can I?
Can I-
And do I get to add my library?
Yes. That's like the perfect merit for this actually.
Yeah. Given
Can I
that I have
also,
library occult.
Can I also make an intelligence cult roll?
Yes, the information you'll get will be sparse because this cult is like fucking god.
Legit. Why am I only hearing that they exist now after I built a character, Bishop?
But by the way, a willpower adds 3 dice. Yes.
Yeah, so Warpat adds 3 dice, and Evan was so outraged he just rage quit.
11 dice. Don't fail me now.
You get an exceptional. Actually, give you a fair bit of info.
Bishop. 8 successes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Yes.
You god. Okay.
9, 7, 9, 8, 9, 2, 1, 10, 9, 10, 10.
Oh wow,
Get me
you've actually
behind
heard
me,
of this cult
Satan.
then? Yes, this is an ancient blood cult. This is old. This. No, you've heard of this cult. You've actually, in your library, you have you possess a book that references no book on them, but a book that references them several times. A fair amount of information, a bit vague. But a fair amount, a fairly significant amount. This cult is going forth by night. Yeah, this book belongs to a blood cult called the Followers of Set, a venerable group of kindred. Records about them go as far back as 3,000 years. And they may even predate that, but there's no written records on them that go back that far.
Okay. In that
They
case, go on.
they follow Set, and much like how Set guarded Ra from Apep, so do they
Oh, hold on.
guard
I
the
should point
night
out.
from
Oh, wait, yeah.
entities best left unseen and unspoken of.
Right. In that case, sorry, Evan. The moment I hear that offer, before Joshua can even speak, Farthingale will take a step forward, standing in front of him, and say, "Sold!"
So Joshua kind of quirks an eyebrow and he says, "No, and you
No.
can't do that."
He turns around, looks at you, looks you dead in the eyes, and says, "Trust me on this, Joshua. Trust me on this."
Hang on. He will look at the woman and he cocks his head to the side and he says, "Give us a few moments. Does anyone else wish to bid against the lady?
Well, they
Bear
can-
in mind the value of what."
They can bid whatever they wish. Nothing is more valuable than what I offer you. No amount of money. Favors.
As she's saying that, Farthingale is viciously nodding his head.
He looks around. Does anyone want to try and do anything?
Oh yeah. So straight gonna go in for 1 million again. Miss Gauntlet. But she states she thinks
You
that's
have an
more than valuable than a simple book.
You have an obscene amount of money, Madame. You know what? I'm
So do
feeling
we.
generous this evening, and there's nothing that says I can't, so I'm going to change. Hang on. Do you want this because he looks at the woman for the book? Do you want this because of the value of the protection or because of the exclusivity?
My reasons are my own.
Very well. I'll accept. I'm just going to do that. I'll accept both of your bids. So the tome.
I will not
So
share.
the tome does. You won't share.
I will not
Oh well.
share.
In that case, we'll be taking the book. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patronage. We're now closed. Those of you who owe me obscene amounts of money, I have a Swiss bank account. Please see to the transfers. The fire will be with you in 3 to 5 working days. And by 3 to 5 working days, I mean in the next 2 nights.
Despite getting one of these, like, she seems dissatisfied that she hasn't got all of them. But Miss Gauntlet leaves. Aaron shrugs. He'll actually walk over to Magladine and begin conversing with her. That is her name, although you do not know it.
On a side note, Farthingale, is there a reason why you've just blooded the inside of your trousers at hyper velocities?
He's going to do something he doesn't often do. he's going to grab you by the shoulders and pull you into the shadows with him.
No, God, no!
At which point he's going to lean in close and rapidly whisper into your ear everything he knows about the followers of Set. And I got 8 successes. I know a fuck ton.
So yeah, you know they're a blood cult. You know they're an extremely old blood cult. They predate the Sanctified. And the Sanctified are just under 2,000 years old.
And the bit that really stood out is what they do.
They are because you got 8 successes. I even treat it even slightly better than a exceptional success. You know they're what's called a shadow cult, which is generally a cult that will. It's a term that you very rarely hear, and it's actually a kindred term. It's a term that's used by the Maquettes for cults that they create. It's said that followers of Set may be the oldest shadow cult, that it may in fact have been the first, although there's little evidence for that, but is definitely one of the oldest. And that the kindred that are a part of this cult, this faith, this pagan faith. Again, much like how Ra guarded Apep. How Set guarded Ra from Apep. So do followers of Set guard the boundaries between worlds.
Which is the thing that really got Farthingdale going for it. Given what we're currently facing.
All right. Joshua salivates a little bit before he nods. And he'll stride out again and he'll say, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Madame and Monsieur, for your patronage this evening. Please inform us again if you should ever require our mystical services. I feel like a friend of mine named Omar, but that's neither here nor there. He crosses genres, Bishop, accepted.
Yeah, I think with that, everybody will begin to disperse. They'll get details from you so they can make transfers. Carfina gave you the capacity to or is offered a devotion. He walks up to you. He says, "My name's Huo Chao. Just
Nice
give me your
you.
number, and yeah, I'd say it's nice to meet you, but you're one of our boys. It doesn't matter too much. Not for the purposes of this, at least. You drop me your number, and I'll come by to teach you what you need to know. I think I'll be useful for someone like you, being an Archon and all."
You know, he gives him his number and he says, I'm curious. Can I ask you an honest question?
Is this conversation happening anywhere near the animals?
No. They're still in the tent, and so the animals are still scared. But he doesn't seem to upset them whenever he goes closer to the animals. It doesn't seem to be emanating from him. That much is
It's the other one?
at this point. The Thackeray, yeah. She's actually broken part of the stand because when Farthingdale taunted her by making her fingers sort of dug into the wooden rest she was leaning on. It just sort of broke off. But it's fairly.
We're sending her a bill for we are sending Stainforth a bill to forward to her for property damage.
You would almost think it was part of Farthingdale's job to antagonize and irritate those he feels need to be taught a lesson.
Yes. Unfortunately, she's the worst student ever. Look at her coloured hair and
intransigence does not mean she cannot be taught. It merely means she needs to be taught more thoroughly.
This is true. This is very true. But yes. No,
Actually,
what was
Bishop,
your question?
what is that
Oops.
character's name?
Oh, what, the one that you're trying to
Yes,
fuck with? Oh,
I'm actually
Valkyrie.
going to say, how do you spell it?
1 second, I'll just put that in the chat for you.
Because I'm going to make a note of this woman's name, and yeah, she's going to become a student of Farthingdale, whether or not she likes it or not.
Oh my god, oh my god, okay.
You have given him his first actual target.
This is why we
Oh
can't
god,
have
I've given you the worst target, okay. Okay. I feel bad now. But
Don't
yes,
feel bad. You get what you get.
so yeah, but what was the question, Joshua?
Oh no, he just says you know that you can't and don't have to fight the world, right?
I don't really know what you mean by that.
I tell you what, there might come a point in time where that statement makes sense to you, and if it does, my door is always open, because I've seen people whose lives are entirely wrapped up with the concept of fighting, even if it's fighting for a cause. Eventually, it all goes the same way.
Well, I'd rather lay down with rebellion than lay down with tyrants.
I wish you a good evening in that case.
He just sold information to an Archon.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon?
No, it's funny. I won't lay down with tyrants as he sells information to the Archon.
He sells a
Personally,
devotion to an Archon.
I'm thinking like as soon as you've learnt the devotion, we should just like drop hints to the Carthians that one of their own sold information to an Archon, and just
I mean, it was pretty public. They're probably going to
Yeah.
figure that out.
They probably already know that. To be fair, he's getting something pretty powerful out of it. He's getting the means to effectively liberate his people from the Strix. Which, you know, it's kind of a worthy trade. Like a single devotion for that, it seems like a worthwhile trade.
All right, so I mean, if people are happy, because my internet's kind of been a bit spotty, yeah, shall we end it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Bye, baby.
Okay.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Requiem for London. Have a pleasant evening.